Hall County Sports is also brought to you in part by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Come check out the latest deals. When you go Green Ford. And also brought to you by McEver Road United Methodist Church. With 3 services every Sunday morning, Kids Town, adult education small groups, and community outreach, McEver Road UMC is dedicated to transforming the world through the gospel of Jesus Christ. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Hall County Sports Television. I'm your host, Gary Glenn. I know it's finally springtime, but for our first segment, we're going to concentrate a little bit on a fall sport, football. And there is a new Chief Eagle. Last week, Riverside Military Academy announced that Interim Athletic Director Chris Cotter has accepted the position of Athletic Director and Head Football Coach, which was vacated in February when Scott Sloan left to become the defensive backs coach for Appalachian State University. Cotter began his employment with Riverside in early 2008. In addition to teaching in the physical education department and strength and conditioning, he has served as the Eagles defensive coordinator / linebackers and head track coach. With a degree in sports administration from St. Thomas University in Miami, Florida, Cotter brings extensive athletic experience on the high school level from the Gwinnett County school system and the public school system of Fairfax County, Virginia. In addition, he served as graduate assistant football coach at the University of Virginia for 2 years. Last week, I had a chance to sit down in his office and talk with him about his new challenges.
All right, Chris. Now, your thoughts. I know you applied for the job, but when they told you it was yours, what did you think right off the bat?
Complete and total excitement. Finally an opportunity to run my own football program, and I can't be happier with the decision that they made and the opportunity that Colonel Benson has given me here at Riverside Military Academy.
One thing that will change is the fact that you are now in a lower classification. How do you look at that? Now, sometimes that can be a mixed blessing as well, because I've been a competitor. Sometimes you go up and sometimes you go down, and the people that you go down and face are at least as good and sometimes better than the other guys.
Absolutely, and I'm a guy that's always coached at the highest level until I got to Riverside in terms of classification. In Virginia, I coached at the AAA level, which is the highest classification. Came here and went to work at Grayson High School, which is 5A school. And so I was kind of intrigued by that myself. What would smaller school football be like? And I found it to be very similar. What you need is 3 or 4 stud athletes who can play multiple positions, and that really is pretty consistent all the way from 5A down to 1A. We're excited about dropping to 1A. We feel like we probably should have been there all along since we've gone back into the GSHA from GISA. So we feel like we're on a bit more of a level playing field, and we're excited about the challenges. There's some very, very good football teams in 1A.
As you said, you got kids from all over the world. I remember you have some people from China. I mean, in China, not Chinatown, but China. But if you get the people that you expect to come back, how are you going to be?
We're going to be really good. We're going to be very solid. We have a excellent crew returning defensively. Many starters are coming back. Offensively, we'll have to rebuild a little bit, but we're going to change the offense that we ran last year anyway. I've got a plan offensively, and it's going to be implemented coming up here in the next fall.
You got some surprises for us, huh?
A little bit. We're going to do some different things. You'll see some consistent things from last year, but in terms of our overall package, we'll be a little bit more spread out.
All right, Chris, good luck. Now, not only are you the football coach, but you're the AD as
yes,
well,
sir,
and
yes,
that's a different challenge.
It really is. I actually have a degree in sports administration, and it's something I've been trained for my entire life. I love all sports. I'm a huge supporter of every program that we have, and we'll strive to give our coaches every opportunity to be successful on the playing field.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Now, Riverside has a preseason game with Hebron Christian on August 13th and opens the season for real on the road at Pinecrest Academy on August 20th. They host Banks County on September 3rd. Staying with football, history was made at Lakeview Academy last week. The Lions had their first football player ever to sign a college scholarship. Running back Tom Drury, number 32 in your program, played on the North Hall team that made the Dome a few years ago. He transferred to Lakeview and played well enough with the Lions to get an offer from Hampton-Sydney College up in Virginia.
Tom, there can only be one first, and you're
Yes,
it.
sir. Yes, sir.
How about that? That's pretty cool.
Yes, sir. I'm very excited about this. I'm going to try to make a great name for Lakeview football. just go up and try to work hard, go up and, for my freshman year, try to get a little playing time, but I'm obviously very excited.
It was a good thing for you that Lakeview put in football 4 years ago. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I probably wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for football and Coach Gruen and the option offense and everything.
So what are they going to use you as up at Hampton-Sydney?
As a fullback / tight end, and I'll get some short passes, and I'll in short yardage I'll run the ball a little bit.
What led to the decision to go there? You probably had an offer or two. You could have stayed around somewhere else.
Basically, the academic aspect of it. Hampton-Sydney is great academically, and that's what made my choice.
Well, have you made up your mind what you're going to major in?
Probably biology. I want to end up doing marine biology, and I'm probably going to go in biology up there.
Now, Drury actually goes from one group of big cats to another. Hampton-Sydney's Tigers open their season September 4th at Averett in Danville, Virginia, while the Lakeview Lions will open theirs with a home scrimmage with Pinecrest on August the 13th and for real on the 27th at Fellowship. More Hall County Sports when we continue.
Are you struggling to get where you really want to be in life? Then get on the fast track to success at Lanier Technical College with 5 campuses, day, evening, and online classes, and many tuition and fees paid for by the Hope Grant. There's no better way to get where you really want to be. Now more than ever, high-paying employers are looking for highly trained individuals with hands-on technical training. So stop struggling and get moving. Lanier Technical College. Get ready. Go!
My name is Lloyd Smith.
I'm Renee Barnett.
My name's Alan Cudd.
My name's Don Cooper.
My name is Mike Stewart, and I attend McKever Road United Methodist Church, the church on the hill here in Oakwood, Georgia. We'd love for you to come join us.
This message has been brought to you by the people of the McKever Road United Methodist Church. Gary Cole, pastor.
We are back. I'm Gary Glenn. Hall County Sports is the show. In girls golf, just a couple of weeks ago, Gainesville won their 3rd straight Hall County championship. The Lady Elephants' Cameron Cole, competing in her first tournament since a freak knee injury last November, shot an 84 over 2 days to take the individual title by 8 strokes. For Cameron, her 4th straight Hall County championship. I had a chance to drop by Gainesville and talk about all that with Lady Elephant coach Clay McDonald, as well as Cameron herself.
All right, Clay, another county championship for the Gainesville High School girls golf team. Doesn't really get old, though, does it?
No, it doesn't. We'll take all we can get, and the girls work hard, and that's one of our goals we strive for, so we'll take it.
Well, this is kind of a one-step kind of process in it. You want this, you want the region, and then qualify for the state. Am I correct?
Yeah, we do. We'd like to have that, but we just take it one step at a time, one shot at a time, and see where the chips fall.
Well, you have to be consistent, I would think, in the sport of golf, because it's an individual sport. You may be a team sport, but it's one of those kind of things where everybody's got to kind of pull their own weight, right?
They do, and we do talk about mental toughness a lot, and just staying within yourself and stay focused, and that's really where we spend a lot of our attention.
Well, Cameron won her 4th straight county championship, so that's got to be a pretty good plus for you to let her know that she's still playing pretty well, particularly coming off a pretty severe knee injury.
It is. We're glad to have her back for sure. She's a big help, a leader on the team. She's a senior this year, and she's definitely living up to our expectations of her.
What about some of the other girls?
They're working real hard and getting better every day, and we're trying to be a complete, well-rounded team as opposed to just a one-man show.
Want to name some names?
Susan Frobos is working real hard. She's a junior for us this year, and Stephanie Lightfoot's returning. She's doing real well. Lila Kate Cooley and Leanne Noble all working real hard, and we're trying to get back where we want to be.
What's going to be the key for you to make a run at the region championship and qualify for the state again?
I think, like you said, consistency, staying within ourselves and being focused, and not getting too far ahead of what we need to do in this difficult game.
All right, Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's bring Cameron in now to talk to her a little bit. We got the 4-time county champion here. Cameron, now you told me this was a little bit unexpected. Why so? Was it because of the injury?
Yes, I was definitely not as prepared as I would have liked to be to play in the county tournament, and especially to win it again, but it was good to come back, and I went in with no expectations. I was just happy to be playing.
Is it a shot in the arm of confidence for you to say, okay, well, we got some pretty good golfers here in the county, and I won it again?
It definitely. I mean, it is. It's a lot of fun, if nothing else, and it's rewarding, very rewarding.
What about some personal goals for you here?
definitely do well in state, do well in region as a team. Get back to state is huge for us. If we're just able to do that, then I'll be more than pleased with our season.
I hear more and more people say that, and I guess that's maybe something that's peculiar to high school. Well, maybe not. About an individual sport, like track guys, cross-country people, you know, and people like golfers, they say, well, the team is really important.
It is. Without the team, it's really nothing. I mean, it is an individual sport. It takes a lot to play and be good by yourself, but it means a lot more to do well with your team.
If you had to pinpoint one or two things, Cameron, what would it be for you, maybe personally in your game, if you say, okay, I need to make a run to be region championship and contend for the state championship? What would it be? What do you need to improve?
Definitely short game. It's all about short game. That's where you score. So if you can have a good short game and do well with that, then you're going to score and you're going to win.
You're driving on the green, but then it's what is it? Drive for show and putt for dough.
That's right.
I hear you. Well, good luck to you.
Well,
all right, thank you very much. Absolutely. Now, last week on the links, Cameron shot a 38 to lead the Lady Elephants to wins over White County and Pickens. She then shot a 42 and combined that with Lila Cooley's 51. That gave the Lady Red Elephants victories over North Forsyth and Johnson. Also in golf last week, the Johnson girls beat Chesterton with Lauren Smith, the low medalist for the Lady Knights. West Hall's girls were led by Mallory Smith in their win over Flowery Branch. North Hall's girls beat county champion Johnson behind a 36 for Jimmy Lloyd and a 38 for Andy Bracewell. Grant Cagle, who just won Hall County individually, led Johnson with a 41. North Hall, by the way, was also fifth at the TaylorMade Adidas Invitational in Waynesboro. Lloyd led the Trojans with a 73 and a sixth place individual finish. Now, as you know, we like to recognize excellence here on HCS TV, and recently I've been making the rounds, passing out our official plaques and certificates for our Georgia Trophy Player of the Game awards and our fall seasonal awards, as well as a lot of honorable mentions. Now, just to refresh your memory, our boys' team of the fall was the Gainesville football team, state runners-up in that close heartbreaker in the Dome. Now, the girls' team was the Flowery Branch cross-country girls, third in the state, led by our female athlete of the season, Kara Woods, who was the silver medalist individually for the second straight year. The coach for both boys and girls was the Branches, Jimmy Sarles, who led the girls to that third, and the Flowery Branch guys to their second straight state cross-country championship. Our male athlete was North Hall cross-country runner Ty McCormick, who was a region champ, a state runner-up, a regional, and a national winner. Now, this spring, Ty has been rewriting the Trojan track records. I gave him his plaque, and we talked about his hopes for track this spring. All right, Ty, first of all, our male athlete of the fall. Now, amongst all the cross-country folks and football players, weightlifters, everything, we picked you.
I mean, you can't even express such an honor. You know, Hall County is a huge county, you know, very competitive in every sport, and to be selected as the number one, you know, the one kid who just did the best, it's really an honor, I guess.
Well, you earned it. I mean, you know, national championship.
I don't know about that. I was just trying to do my best, you know. And
well, there's helping your team and your individual honors and all that kind of stuff. But let's move on now. Here we are in track season, and you're setting some national. You're setting some school records in track,
yes,
right?
Sir.
Talk to me a little bit about, now that we're in track season, about setting some of those school records.
Well, I opened up last week, and first track meet I got the 2 mile record, which is pretty good. You know, Cody Barger, my current teammate, he's still there, and he's running, you know. But I got his record, and so that was pretty good. But didn't get the 1600 record, Nick Long's. So came back the next week, and I broke that. I got second place in the race, but I nonetheless I got the school record by a whole second. So, and then I also got I recorded a time that was faster than my best time. So that's another school record in the 2 mile, which 9:08 is for 2 miles. It ranks 4th nationally. So far it's been pretty good. You got to feel. Let's talk about individuals first of all. You got to feel that 8 minutes and change is within your reach by the end of the season, don't you? Well, coming into the year, my goal was to go under 9 minutes and 20 seconds, and obviously I've already surpassed that by about 12 seconds. So, yeah, hopefully by the end of the year I can break 9, which would give me a time good enough to win nationals. Wow, that is really, really cool. But let's talk a little bit about the North Hall track team. You've got some people around you that are pretty good. You might make a little noise at the state meet. I'm talking about field events and running events. Well, first of all, I'd have to give a shout out to Peyton Woolhoit, because he is just tearing it up in the discus right now. He's really doing good, and I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to win the state. And hopefully if I can win the mile and the 2 mile, which I seem to be in position to do right now, we can get at least 30 points there, with 10 points for each win. And we got some young sprinters coming through, and you never know. I mean, it's really just who's ever hot on that day. And if we come together on that one day, I think we can win a state championship, which would be really special.
Oh, obviously, and that's always the goal.
Yes, sir. Oh, definitely, yeah.
It would mean a lot to you to do that after not winning the state cross-country championship as a team,
it'd be very sweet. Usually we don't fare as well in the track as we do in the cross-country because we usually aren't that deep in the field events. But Coach Bradshaw's really doing a great job in distributing all the young talent, and we've got some potential, and we can take it.
And don't look too far ahead, but after this, on to Clemson, right? Huh?
Yes, sir. I'll have some summer races through, I guess, high school. Nationals and just maybe the national qualifier to go race in Poland. But
cool.
Hopefully, after that, getting ready to go to college and representing Gainesville on the next level.
Ty,
thank you.
Congratulations, son. Good luck to you.
Now, Ty kept on running hard this past weekend. He ran a 4:17.56 Saturday in the 1600 in the Coaches Classic at Georgia Tech. That placed him first, and it set the meet record. North Hall's Peyton Wilhoit broke his school record in the discus again with a throw of 171.7. That placed him first at Georgia Tech. Both Peyton's discus throw at the Coaches Classic and Ty's 1600 time are the state's best performances so far this year in those events. Just a day after winning at Tech, Peyton won again, this time at Flowery Branch at their invitational meet on Saturday. By the way, Peyton plans on walking onto the track team at Ole Miss and throwing various things for the Rebels. For the rest of the Trojan team who competed at the Branch Invitational, the boys finished 4th and the girls finished 8th overall. Other top finishers for the guys: Jordan Chafin, 2nd in the 400, 3rd in the 200. Ben Booth, 3rd in the pole vault. Cody Barger finished 4th in the 3200. Ben Satterfield, 4th in the 200-meter dash. And Jacob Fortner, 4th in the 110 hurdles. And Randy Olson placed 4th in the 100-meter dash. The 4x400 relay team of Chafin, Travis McEnany, Will Martin, and Luis Gonzalez placed 3rd, and the 4x100 meter relay team of Isaiah Gillerson, Satterfield, Olson, and Chafin finished 4th. For the Trojan girls, Sally Davis placed 3rd in the 800, Victoria Rogers placed 3rd in the 3200, Angela Lawson finished 4th in the 800 and the 3200, Sarah Harper was 4th in the 1600, and Mallory Rich was 4th in the discus. By the way, Jordan Collins also had a strong performance as she broke her personal records in the wheelchair shot put, 800 meters and 200 meters. Elsewhere in track and field last week, Riverside Military picked up 5 first-place finishes in the tri-meet in Dawsonville. Billy McCoy leaped 6 feet to win the high jump. Darvin Dukes placed first in the shot put at 39.8. Marlon Veazey finished first in the 100 meters at 11.52. Hyung Suk Oh on the 300-meter hurdles, running a 41.9. And the team of Veazey, Stephen Pluhar, Zach Anderson, and Cole Tudor won the 4x100-meter relay for the Eagles. We're going to take you to the break now with some scenes from more of our honorees.
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting. And a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905. Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, ensuring your future since 1905.
Hi folks, I'm Butch Miller from Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville. We must sell 134 Hondas this month in order to meet our first quarter sales goals. So we're making incredible deals on every new Honda, putting more money in trade-ins, and accepting every reasonable offer. So hurry to Milton Martin Honda right away. We're easy to get to from Georgia 400 or I-985. And remember folks, if you think you'll get a better deal on a better car at Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville, maybe you got that right.
There was a death in the family at West Hall last week. Spartan baseball player Brian Ernst finally lost his almost 2-year struggle against cancer. It was a valiant fight for Ernst, and one he thought he'd won at one time after heavy radiation and chemotherapy treatments. He'd pitched for the Spartans. He was a good one. In fact, he'd thrown out a pitch at a Gwinnett Braves game last August, and last October, he was dubbed a cancer survivor. Well, he began working out to get back to baseball. And a couple of months ago, he felt a pain in his back. First, he just thought he'd hurt himself working out. But then they found a tumor. That meant the cancer was back. West Hall Athletic Director Greg Williams had worked hard to get Ernst that extra year of eligibility, which tragically he could never use.
It's the saddest news for our school in a long time. It's been 2 years of agony for our school and for his family. I mean, I say agony, there was moments of, happiness because we thought this thing was gone, thought it was under control, and then, of course, going to another valley, something again, and his family, of course, has been riding this thing for 2 years, and it's been so upsetting to our school, to our West Hall family, and to his family. Immediately, what I think of is his smile and his just great personality, and the way people kind of gravitated toward Brian. His personality was tremendous. He was one of those students when he's in the hallway that was mature beyond his years. He's one of those students that, as an adult and a leader and one of the people in the school that's trying to get people to do what they're supposed to do all day, he's one of those you could relax around and let your guard down a little bit because, he's going to do the right thing. He was a great student, great athlete, and did what he was supposed to do. His parents did a dadgum good job with him. All of his friends, obviously, that are here, and the people that he impacted when he was here, all the faculty and the administrators, and it's the only word I can think of is love, because we just loved him. We felt like he loved us, and his family, we love his family very much, and a sad day and a sad thing to take.
Brian Ernst just turned 19 a few days before his death. Now, prior to the Chesterton West Hall game in Oakwood last week, players from both teams circled the mound and paused a moment to remember Brian. Spartan coach Pete Allen is quoted as saying they plan a special ceremony for Brian's folks later on in the season. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family, both his blood relatives and his Spartan brothers and sisters. Now, on the field, Chesterton and West Hall matched up, and Chesterton finished the week unbeaten on the season. They first won a 12-10 slugfest with West Hall. Senior Kevin Clifford went 4 for 4 with 2 doubles, a triple, and 4 RBI, and came on late in the game to pick up the save after Alex Moore got the win in relief. War Eagles pounded out 10 hits in that one, and the same two teams met later in the week. And after a back-and-forth struggle in the early innings, Chesterton prevailed 12-6, still unbeaten. Zach Sisk had a double in his 3 hits, also had a couple of RBI. Zach Sweet battled on the mound for the War Eagles against West Hall's Jake Shirley. Brandon Grindle had 4 hits for the Spartans, including a 2-run single and a triple. Chesterton rolled on and ended the week as Clifford struck out 8 in 5 innings, scattering 3 hits and a 12-5 win at Pickens. He helped out his own cause with his first career home run. Also last week, Johnson whipped up on East Hall 12-0 in 5 innings, led by Ryan Farmer with a 3-hit, 3 RBI performance. The Knights pounded out 16 hits to whip Pickens 14-1. Trey Wilson had a monster game with 2 3-run home runs and a double. A.J. Benefield got the win, giving up only 3 hits, striking out 5. He also helped out his own cause with 2 hits. And in the week, Johnson waxed West Hall 13-1. Logan Pethel went 3 for 4 with a double and 3 RBI. Knights also got 3 hits from Ryan Farmer. Blake Stacy struck out 6, gave up only 1 hit in getting the win. North Hall beat Lumpkin County 5-1. Nathan Huell gave up 2 hits and struck out 6 in getting that win. Trojans then shut out Flowery Branch 9-0. Jacob Brewster threw 6 in the 3rd innings and struck out 7 and got that win. Jackson Coker had 3 hits and Ryan Pitts had a triple. Gainesville freshman Hunter Anglin got his second straight complete game shutout in an 8-0 victory over Flowery Branch. He struck out 8 while scattering 3 hits and 2 walks. Left fielder Anderson Loggins not only threw out a Falcon runner at the plate, he had 3 hits and 2 runs batted in, including an RBI triple. Gainesville also got power from a 2-run homer by David Gonzalez, which closely followed a solo shot from Sloan Strickland. Elephants rolled over Lumpkin 16-6. Michael Lawrence went 2 for 3 with a grand slam and 2 runs scored. Loggins had a good day, 2 for 2 with 3 runs scored, an RBI, and a home run for Gainesville. Lakeview Academy scored early and often and knocked off Prince Avenue 11-3. Ross Bigler went 2 for 2 with 3 runs scored plus a couple of RBI for the Lions. Logan Jones had 4 runs driven in, while Dalton Mundy was 2 for 3 for Lakeview, who were 5-2 at that point. Austin Montgomery only had to pitch 1 1/3 to get the win. Mundy pitched the rest of the way. Lions then beat Athens Christian 11-5. Taylor Simpson struck out 6, while at the same time going 3 for 3 with 2 RBI. Jacob Whiteman was 3 for 3 with 2 RBI, and Bigler was 2 for 3 with 2 more RBI. Lions finished up their week by edging Commerce 8-6. Tyler Young went 2 for 3, drove in 4. Mundy also 2 for 3 with a couple of walks. We're back to wrap it up when Hall County Sports concludes. Don't throw out your old shoes. Save your money and visit the Red Shoe House in Gainesville. Family owned and operated for over 40 years. They can repair almost anything. Men's shoes, ladies' shoes, sandals, western boots, uniform boots, equestrian tack, gloves, sports equipment. The Red Shoe House also offers cleaning and orthopedic shoe modifications. Don't need a repair? Come by and see their new line of accessories. Red Shoe House, 822 Oak Street in Gainesville. Phone 770-532-3772.
Hi folks, I'm Butch Miller from Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville. We must sell 134 Hondas this month in order to meet our first quarter sales goals. So we're making incredible deals on every new Honda, putting more money in trade-ins, and accepting every reasonable offer. So hurry to Milton Martin Honda right away. We're easy to get to from Georgia 400 or I-985. And remember folks, if you think you'll get a better deal on a better car at Milton Martin Honda in Gainesville, maybe you got that right.
We begin our wrap-up with soccer from last week. Chestatee boys battled North Hall back and forth all game long. They looked to be headed to overtime, but Saddam Garcia, with just 2 seconds left to play in regulation, dug deep, and he and his teammates mounted a last-ditch attack with a game-winning goal for a 1-0 Chestatee victory. Gustavo Sanchez got another winning goal. Chestatee scored the tying and winning goals by Taylor Carr and David Gihon within 36 seconds of one another, and they edged Riverside 2-1. Chestatee girls got the tying goal from Alexis Rebellar, one of her 2 to force overtime, then came up with a goal and a save in the extra period. Alexis did, as the Lady War Eagles beat Stevens County 4-3. Number 8 ranked West Hall crushed West Forsyth 6-0. Hector Rodriguez had the hat trick for the guys. Matt Lewis scored twice for the Spartans. It was a sweep for West Hall as Shannon Mundy tallied the only goal in the girls' game for West Hall. Lady Spartans won it 1-0. Lady Spartans kept on winning. Tanya Perez pulled off a hat trick in their 5-2 win at Stevens County. West Hall's boys beat Forsyth Central 3-2. Felix Ramirez had 2 goals and assisted on the other for the Spartans. And West Hall's girls edged Central Gwinnett 2-1. Number 7 ranked Gainesville boys beat Creekview 4-1 to stay unbeaten this season. 5 different Elephants scored as GHS just rolled on, knocking off Parkview 10-4 in Lilburn. Gainesville boys stayed unbeaten on the year with a 3-0 decision over West Forsyth. North Georgia Christians boys got the hat trick from Rick Valentine in a 4-0 shutout of New Creation Christian Academy. NGC girls got a couple of goals from Madison Dunn. They beat Cumberland Christian 3-0. Staying with soccer, Johnson swept White County. The Lady Knights' Ana L.A. Contreras scored the game-winning goal with 2 minutes left in overtime and lifted the Lady Knights to a 4-3 victory, while Vicente Trujillo, Juan Morfin, and Gabriel Carrillo each scored 2 goals in the Knights' 10-0 shellacking of the Warriors. Johnson's got a couple of scores each from Ruben Castro and Chris Henry. They shut out Lumpkin County 7-0. And the Johnson girls made it a sweep, also 7-0, as Kayla Madsen had the hat trick and Stephanie Johnson added 2 more. Goalie Kat Tension saved the shutout. And wrapping up soccer, Riverside beat Lakeview 4-1. Luis Carlos Rodriguez had 2 of the 4 goals. Leo Manso and Philip Abrahamson each scored twice as Flowery Branch beat Buford 7-3. In lacrosse, the Gainesville boys team notched its first ever victory in history last week. They beat Parkview 10-4 in Lilburn. Jimmy Nguyen, Sun Vu, Billy Hallows, Caston Davis, and Irving Saldierna all scored for the Red Elephants in that historic win. And GHS also got a big game from goalkeeper Dale Morley, who had 19 saves. And then the Elephants found out that winning is a good thing. They got 5 goals from Saldierna, 4 from Nguyen, 3 from Hallows, and 2 more from Vu, and they beat Duluth 15-5. Morley with 12 saves. Okay, let's name our athletes of the week. For our male athlete of the week, Peyton Wilhoyd of North Hall for his school record-setting performance and state best performance so far in the discus. And our female, well, Gainesville's Cameron Cole is going to repeat after continued excellence on the golf course. And former Johnson football player and wrestler Michael Mills is going on a 6-week mission trip to Nepal, India, and also to Africa. The cost, $5,000. So Hopewell Baptist Church is hosting a skeet turkey shoot fundraiser this Saturday, the 27th, to enable him to go, and all donations are tax deductible. It's from 10 a.m. to noon. Guns and ammo are provided for safety and fairness. And the skeet shooting begins at 10 o'clock, and the turkey shoot will begin at 11 a.m. Now, you need to RSVP to this email address. That's RitaCML, all one word, RitaCML@msn.com for planning purposes. That's our show for this week. Join us next week right here for more All County Sports. I'm Gary Glenn.